Welcome to Modern Alchemy as she takes care of my microphone. Episode number 23.
10 to 3.
And this month, we're starting a new month. So we're going to start a new topic. That's right. And this month, we're going to talk about
economics.
Economic alchemy. And as usual, we're going to take a little bit of a different twist, a little bit of a different spin on how maybe you've been conditioned to define economics.
Yes.
How do most people define economics?
Finances, financial. Money.
Financial, kind of like wealth. We talked about wealth in a previous month, and wealth equals well-being. It's not just money. Well, economy is not just financial. And it's not something that's outside of you. It's not something that's done to you. What is economy?
It's your own personal little ecosystem.
Oh, that's good.
Thanks.
That's good. What does it mean in Latin and Greek?
It's a house, your house.
Oh,
yes.
You're so on it today. So in Greek and Latin, economy is literally defined as house or standard. So let's take this as a metaphor. If it's your house or your standard, what does that mean? What does that really mean to us in practical terms?
In practical terms, it means it's your level of participating, I guess, in the world.
Yeah, and it's what you live in, your house.
Well, yeah, it starts there.
It's where you keep. Let me suggest to you that economy, if it's house or standard, it's how you take care of, house, and measure your resources. You follow that logic?
How you measure your house? I'm sorry. How you keep your house and measure your resources.
Yeah, how you keep. If economy is house in Latin,
yes, and
it's standard in Greek, then it's how you house or keep or contain.
Yeah.
And standard is something you measure against.
Yeah.
So your economy is how you contain, house, or measure your resources. Now, there's obviously a lot of different kinds of resources besides just financial. Financial is certainly one of them, but it applies to everything.
Yes, it does.
It applies to your physical house.
Sure.
To your body.
Sure.
Your business. Your relationships.
Definitely.
Is there an economy of relationships?
Yes.
Yes, there is. How do you house and measure your resources in your relationship? Your business, your bank account, everything is either housed or measured against something. And when you look at resources, and we're going to talk about, there's a lot of different resources, obviously, besides just financial, but there's only two things that resources can do. Any guess what those might be, Bersabeh?
They either move you forward or hold you back.
Well, that's true. That's true, and I know you're like stabbing.
I am. That's what I do.
But that one's.
I stab at
you're on point. You're stabbing in the right direction, to use that metaphor.
That's a horrible metaphor.
It's a terrible metaphor. So resources can either appreciate or
depreciate. No, I can't say it.
Depreciate. Yeah, because you don't want it. You don't want depreciation.
Depreciate.
Yeah, you can't say it because you don't want it. So things in your life, your resources, are either expanding or they're contracting.
Yes.
They're either appreciating or they're
depreciating.
There you go. That time. Depreciating. So based on your economic indicators, you're either a great alchemist or you're not. And what are your economic indicators? Your house, your body, your business, your bank account, your relationships, your health, your fitness, all of those type of things are your resources. And I hope that makes sense to you. I'm sure it does. And so
so if you have like a messy cluttered house, you probably have a messy, cluttered relationship too.
Ooh. Ooh.
What'd you say?
Talk some more about that. How is it that if you have a messy, cluttered house, you'd have a messy, cluttered relationship?
Because it's just a reflection of what's going on inside.
That's true. You always show up as you.
Yeah.
And the way you house and the standard you measure your resources against are who you are. And you can't ever be anything other than who you are. And so what we want to talk with you about and share with you over the next several weeks is some alchemical laws, because with regard to economy, and in this particular episode, we really hope that you can get your mind around, once again, economy is not something that's just happening out in the world or in the government.
It's your own personal ecosystem.
It's your own personal
That's
ecosystem.
Cool.
and let's play with this too. What does it mean to economize?
Bring to order.
To bring to order, it also means to save.
Oh, to flourish too.
Yeah.
It means that life evolves, and you got to have an ecosystem that's thriving and flourishing in life. It's like our fish tank.
And
that's what it made me realize. It is.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like your own little ecosystem.
And if the other thing about economizing is that you're preserving and saving resources. So you're not using things and abusing things, you're using them properly. So hopefully this is helping you think a little bit more broadly about the idea of economy. And so what we'll leave you with is that alchemical laws say nothing stays the same. Everything changes. And so consequently, if you understand the economic alchemy and the principles that we're talking about here, then you have to house your resources correctly. You have to measure against things that are a standard for you, and you have to economize or to preserve and not to utilize those things in the wrong direction.
Yes.
Hopefully that makes some sense to you and is of value to you. I want to thank you for a couple moments of your day. And until next week, we will
see you then.
See you then.
Bye.
God bless.